Here we are at the end of February. Days are getting longer, the air feels a little softer, a little less bitey, and that can only mean one thing. Gardening season is almost here. After the coldest winter we've had here in years, I am so ready to get outside and get my hands dirty. So today, let's talk about how to prepare for spring. What can you do in these last few cold weeks to make sure you've got the lushest tiny landscape on the block? Here in New York, in mid-March, right around St. Patrick's Day, you'll begin to notice the shift. The air isn't as dry, the ground starts to thaw, the sidewalks even get a little damp. Then suddenly, buds on the trees, bulbs pushing up, and tiny green shoots coming out to test the temperature. It's one of the best feelings of the year, especially when you've got even the tiniest patch of space to plant. Our new apartment has a little front area where I can keep potted perennials and, yes, a tire planter. I've always wanted a tire planter. Judge me if you must. You can even call me basic. It will be fabulous. And as an added bonus, there's moss growing in it, which I absolutely will be harvesting for terrariums. So, step one, planning. Before I even set foot in a garden center, I will make a wish list. I don't know what's going to be available at my local shops, but having a plan keeps me from impulse buying 17 plants and realizing they don't fit. For a large planter like the tire planter, I like using the classic thriller, spiller, filler method. Your thriller is a tall, showy plant in the back to draw the eye. The spiller is something that trails or drapes over the edge, and the filler is smaller plants to fill in the gaps. It's not a strict rule, but it's a great design framework, especially if you're new to styling containers. Another thing that helps, draw a diagram. Measure your space, write down the dimensions, then look up the mature height and width of the plants you're considering. A seedling can look tiny and innocent, and then by July it's 5 feet wide and blocking the sunlight like it owns the place. Crowded plants are stressed plants. Make sure tall plants won't completely shade smaller ones, and wide plants won't smother their neighbors. Give everything breathing room, and don't worry if it looks sparse at first. It will fill in, usually within a month, and it'll look amazing. Now, buying plants is the fun part, but you'll need some supplies too. Since I'm not sure how old the soil in that tire planter is, I'll need to refresh it with new potting mix and compost. Even decent soil benefits from organic matter. It improves drainage, adds nutrients, and keeps the roots happy. I've still got some Fox Farm Big Bloom from last year, but I'll need to grab more before the season's over. Annuals are heavy feeders if you want blooms all season. They need it about once a week. If you're starting an outdoor space this year, whether it's a full yard or just a few pots, here are the basic tools you'll need. For containers, a hand trowel, a hand rake to loosen soil. I can't find mine right now because we just moved. Pruning shears, snips for deadheading, gloves. Please wear gloves. Learn from my scraped knuckles. A watering can big enough that you don't have to refill after every few plants, unless you want to add cardio to your garden routine. In peak summer heat, potted plants will need water every day, so plan accordingly. If you're planting in the ground, you'll also want a full-size shovel and a soil rake to break up clumps and smooth the surface, and possibly a pruning saw for woody plants. And be sure to choose tools that match your height. Your back will thank you. Now, remember when I said last fall to leave the leaves? If you left stems and leaf litter for overwintering insects, you can start cleaning up once daytime temperatures are consistently above 50 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 days, or 10 for 10 in Celsius. Then you can safely rake leaves and cut back stems. By then, the insects that were hibernating there will have woken from their long winter's nap and moved on. After planting, I also recommend adding a natural mulch, cedar or pine, no dyed stuff. And yes, add it to both garden beds and pots. Mulch retains moisture, suppresses weeds, and even adds organic matter as it breaks down. It's not mandatory, but it makes life easier. So, let's recap your spring prep checklist. Soil and compost, fertilizer, pruners and snips, hand tools or a shovel and a soil rake, watering can, gloves, mulch, a planting diagram, and finally, the stars of the show, plants. You might not be able to buy plants just yet, at least not here in the Northeast, but you can absolutely gather tools, refresh soil, and make your plan. Future you will be so grateful when spring hits and you're not scrambling to the garden center to pick through whatever is left. The more you do now, the smoother planting season will feel. Spring is almost here. You can feel it in the air. What are you planning to grow outdoors this year? Flowers? Veggies? Something totally wild and experimental? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments, and please like and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified when I release a new video. You can also find me on Instagram at planty.jen, where I share photos and tips as well. If you'd like to learn more about me, please visit my website at plantyjenstinylandscapes.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Time for that theme song.
If your plants look sad and you've lost all hope, tried everything, you're at the end of your rope. Should you throw them out into the street? Nope, just ask Planty Jen. If you wanna be a planty acolyte, learn the tips and tricks to keep them growing right. Water, fertilizer, and the right amount of light, just ask Planty Jen.